I'm telling this story to show how apparently similar drugs can have very different side effects, and how it's always worth trying another if one doesn't suit. For 25 years I've been on a variety of antipsychotic drugs, and for the most part I've tolerated them reasonably well compared with many people. The side effects have been many and varied. For years I had injections. I remember what I used to call concrete head. I also felt very stiff, and I kept losing my balance up and down stairs. When I started to develop involuntary movements, I was offered a new drug which I was told had very few side effects. The drug I was put on was called olanzapine. Initially it was marvellous. I stopped shaking, I was much more relaxed, I was much steadier up and down stairs, I had more energy, and I was much more alert mentally. But then came the downside. Although new may be different, new isn't always best. I started putting on weight. It wasn't just that eating the same amount as before made me gain weight, although that was the case. It was also a mental thing. I had a bigger appetite. I craved food. I was always thinking of when the next meal was. I even dreamed food, waking up hungry in the middle of the night, coming downstairs and guiltily eating cake. I became quite obsessed by it. It was almost like an addiction. I saw a dietitian and made great efforts to eat the right things. I tried to exercise at the gym, though of course the heavier I became, the more difficult it was. Despite this, I went on gaining weight. My self-image went through the floor, and with it, my self-esteem. I felt very guilty that I couldn't control myself, and more of a failure. When I was eventually transferred to a different antipsychotic drug, I lost 3 stone in 3 months. Many drugs used in psychiatry can cause people to have weight problems. My experience has given me an insight into the suffering that goes with this. Don't underestimate the feelings of failure and poor self-image in people who already struggle with issues of self-worth and esteem. It's always worth trying a different drug.